Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday. I hope you've all had a really good week. We have had a good week here at our house. Lots of homeschooling happening, lots of spending time outside. We've had actually a really lovely, mostly sunny week, and the weather has warmed up quite a bit, and it has definitely helped to improve our moods. I have had a lot of the windows open in the house, which has felt so nice. Honestly, I don't think that there is anything more refreshing than in the spring when things finally start to warm up enough to the point where you can open your windows and let some fresh air in. We have turned the heater off in the house, which is kind of a cool thing. We, like I said, have been able to have the windows open. The one downside to having the windows open, it's been great to kind of air things out and, kind of freshen everything up. But we've had a crazy amount of pollen. We have a lot of trees basically surrounding our house on almost all sides. And especially a lot of the evergreen trees right now are starting to just dump pollen. So on all of my windowsills and looking at my pictures and all of the tchotchkes and stuff in the house, there's this fine layer of pollen that I now have to go through and vacuum up. So that's on my to-do list for this coming weekend. So anyway, I have some fun home fragrance stuff to share with you guys per usual. So we're going to talk about the candles that I burned, the wax melts that I melted. We're going to talk about candle crock stuff. Because I did use one of my candle crocks this week. I mentioned in last week's video that I've actually had some pretty good luck with a lot of the candles that I've been burning that I didn't feel like I needed to necessarily put into the candle crock. If you don't know what a candle crock is, I am going to link a video down below where you can go and learn all about this magical item. But I'll also try to remember to link a couple of the most neutral candle crocks that I think are currently available in the description box as well. So make sure that you open that box down below, and any of the candles that you can buy, I will put links for those down below as well. So in my candle crock, okay, I started out the week burning my Yankee Candle Peach and Lavender. I showed you guys what is left of my Yankee Candle collection last Sunday. If you missed that, I'll put that video down below as well. And there really wasn't much left in that collection. And one of the candles that I took out to burn after filming that video was my very last Peach and Lavender, which I think is one of the most unique scents in terms of fruity scents that I've ever tried. I don't typically like a lot of lavender candles because I do find them very astringent, but the peach and lavender is a lovely combination of a very sweet, ripe peach with a beautiful French lavender. Very lovely. However, I was burning it, and you know where this is going. I couldn't smell it. First off, it had some major trouble pooling out. So I did put it in a hurricane type container, and then I also used one of my Illuma lids. That definitely helped it to pool out and created a nice wax pool. But the smell was so faint, and I couldn't smell it unless I was standing within 3 feet of the candle. So I ended up putting it in the candle crock in my dining room, and I can actually smell it all the way over here. It's been really nice because it's been pumping out this beautiful peach and lavender scent throughout most of the downstairs of the house. And it's actually been blending really well with a lot of the other things that I've been melting and that I've been burning in the house. And you'll see those here in a minute. But yeah, it's always so sad because the Yankees are so big and they tend to have such a long burn time, which is fantastic because you know, most people can get a Yankee between an average price of $12 and $15 or $16 when they're on sale in some kind of way. So you're not paying a ton for the candles, and the burn time is large, probably larger than any of the other candles that I have. But the problem is they just don't perform. There's no scent throw, there's no strength. They provide ambiance, but that's only part of what I'm looking for. So anyway, It's just gonna live the rest of its life in the candle crock at this point. I think I burned it about a third of the way down before I was finally like, forget it. I think I have maybe another 3 days with it, and I do leave my candle crocks on 24/7. I don't turn them on or off at night. They stay on. It's easiest for me to do that. I've never had a problem with them either. So I do check on them periodically. But other than that, it's never been an issue to just leave them on 24/7. So anyway, that's the candle crocks. Let's talk about wax melts. So if you guys are not new to my channel, you know that Scentsy kind of is just my go-to. I buy all of my Scentsy from my friend Lisa. She has a YouTube channel. I will link her channel down below. If you don't have a consultant that you're working with, I'll put her contact information down below as well. Lisa's fantastic because I think we're kind of connected at the brain by this point. But she likes a lot of the exact same types of scents that I do. And so she's been really great at kind of forcing me to try some different things that I maybe wouldn't otherwise. And one of the things is actually new this week, and I love it. I also finally made the leap this week to trying the Scentsy laundry products. So I purchased them in pink cotton because I really like the pink cotton wax melts. And anyway, with that order also came a pack of 3 bars. And one of the ones in that pack of 3 was Be Fabulous, which was, or I don't know if this is the current scent of the month or if it was last month, but anyway, moral of the story is I have this in my kitchen, and this is so good for spring and summer. If you're looking for something that is very clean, very fresh, but also has some fruitiness to it and a little bit of sweetness, you should try this. This is so good. So what I get from this is mainly quite a bit of a citrus type effect. It's like a mix between a lime and a grapefruit. There's definitely some sweetness to this. It's like there's a sprinkling of sugar in here somewhere. But then there's also this like fresh ozone type note. It's really different from what I normally gravitate towards. I mean, I like a lot of fruity things, but it's different for me, and I'm really enjoying this. So Be Fabulous, if you've kind of like been wondering about it, just get it. It is absolutely delightful and something that is a nice change of pace. If you normally just gravitate towards like regular fruity type scents or more bakery type stuff, I don't know. It's hard for me to personally branch out sometimes, but every time that Lisa suggests something and then I try it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's actually really good. So anyway, she's really good at doing that for me, kind of pushing me out of my like comfort zone. Also this week in my bathrooms upstairs, and you can see I finished it, is Harbor's Edge. So I had this in all the bathrooms upstairs. This is a really great manly scent that also makes a really great bathroom scent. This is so fresh, you guys. I talked about this in last week's weekly home fragrance roundup, so I'm not going to mention too much about it here, but I did finish it and I just really enjoyed that. Downstairs this week, I've had Mickey Mouse and Friends going in some of my warmers. You can see I only have a couple cubes left. This is really nice. This is a very nice, again, sweet, fruity, floral type scent. There's also a slight powderiness to this. This is a very unique blend. I think it's definitely one worth checking out, especially if you're into all of the Disney stuff. This just reminds me of Stella when she was a little girl because she loved the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Anybody else's kids watch that? I do have those two in the background here. She's cuddling with Penny on the couch back there. Also this week we finished some Rockin' Ruby Raz, which is one of Stella's favorite scents. This one smells Oh, it smells like Kool-Aid mix, like a cherry Kool-Aid. It's really good. If you like really feminine, sweet scents, you would probably really enjoy this one. Aloe water and cucumber is what I have in my downstairs guest bath here. You can see I have one cube left. This one is a staple for me. Again, another really great bathroom scent. And then in my filming room upstairs, I've still been doing the sweet plum pastry, so almost done with this bar here. All right, let's talk some candles. I have a berry waffle cone here from Bath and Body Works. This one, I think with the air blowing throughout the house, the windows being open, I guess I should say, one of these wicks got blown out. And so I have a little bit of a lopsided candle here, but this will fix itself for sure. The wicks are still nice and long, so this will correct itself once I relight it. I love this. Berry waffle cone is a staple for me during the summer months, especially because it's such a fun, fruity berry and waffle cone scent for the summertime. I love the packaging of this one. The burn is always fantastic. It's a really great scent. So love that one. Burning right now behind me is Guava Sunset from Homeworks. So you will see a review of Guava Sunset next Sunday. Tomorrow you will see a review of the Bahama Breeze, which I also picked up from Ulta.
Wait, that's
So
from
good.
Ulta?
It is. I am at the halfway point with this one, so the review for this one will be live tomorrow. So if you're not subscribed, make sure that you do that. What am I burning right now? Oh yeah, I was like, what is in my entryway? It is my pink petal tea cake, and officially today. Today will mark the end of my last pink petal tea cake backup, the original anyway. I have about this much wax left in it when I lit it up this morning, so it's gonna be done by the end of the day. So that's in my entryway here. That one has been fantastic the whole way down. So right now, what little fragrance is left and that little bit of wax is just wafting up the stairs, and I can smell it all throughout the upstairs hallway as well, and it's so nice. I'm really gonna miss that one, but I'm really glad that I took the time to enjoy it over the last month. It's been hard to burn that particular one because, like I said, it's the last in that original collection that I had left, and it was perfect. So I'll keep the lid for memory's sake. I don't know what I'm gonna use this for, but it is a very pretty design on the lid, so anyway. There's that. And then the last candle, I finished one. I finished my original hot cider donut that was sent to me from Homeworks, and then I myself purchased a bunch of candles from Ulta. I did receive the last of the candles that I ordered on Monday, and indeed, per usual, there were 6 candles that were just basically thrown into a box. So my first couple of packages arrived packaged a little bit better, but there were still a couple casualties in there. And then my package on Monday had like no bubble wrap, none. All it had was like, I think 5 of those like air puffs. Have you seen those little bags that are just inflated with air? Well, they threw the candles in the box and put in like 5 of those little air puffs, and those popped, I'm pretty sure, immediately after it left like the shipping department, and 3 of the candles arrived just completely smashed. So that sucked. However, I got on the phone, and some people have mentioned really long hold times for Ulta customer service. I mean, I only waited like 2 minutes. So, and I called in the early afternoon, probably around 1 or 2 in the afternoon Pacific Standard Time. I don't know. I don't know if you're calling when there is like a really high call volume happening, but for me, I was able to get through immediately. And Ulta is always fantastic about sending replacements. However, when I tried to like stress feedback about the shipping and the packaging and how things are arriving shattered on a regular basis, the customer service reps were just kind of like, thanks for letting us know. And I was like, would you like me to send you pictures that you could forward to your shipping department? And they're like, no, thanks, we don't need that. And I was like, all right. I mean, as long as they're willing to replace the stuff, I'm okay with it. Because every replacement that I've ever received from Ulta has always been in one piece. It's usually the stuff that I originally order that arrives shattered to some degree, and then they immediately replace it and it's fine the other go around. So I don't know, it's still frustrating. But anyway, moral of the story is I did order a bunch of hot cider donut candles. I made it through my first one and started on my second one here. The first one burned perfectly the entire way down. One thing I did notice is I did not really have to trim the wicks on the hot cider donut. This one, the wicks are slightly longer, so I feel like I'm probably gonna trim these wicks just a little bit. You can see how long they are, but for the most part, these aren't forming mushroom tops really, so I don't necessarily always feel the need to trim the wicks. But yeah, these are slightly uncomfortably long, but with the first one, there was no need to trim ever, really. So anyway, burned perfectly, like I said, the whole way down. This one has not had any issues so far, so I'm a fan. Other than the candles arriving smashed, that's really the only issue that I've dealt with personally. So yeah, that's it. That's what I have for you guys this week. Let me know if you have any questions. I will put links to the Homeworks candles down below as well, where you can find them. The ones that I have here are not available at QVC, so you do have to get them through Ulta. But I don't know. For me, it's worth the risk. Ulta has such a great rewards system. In fact, for most of the candles that I ordered, I didn't have to pay anything because I had a boatload of Ulta points. And when you have a boatload of Ulta points, you get a ton of product for free. So make sure you sign up for the Ulta rewards system if you're not already, because you're basically just, if you buy a lot of candles, especially the Homework stuff, you could be getting a bunch of free candles. So anyway, yeah, have a great rest of your weekend, guys. Stay tuned for the review of Bahama Breeze tomorrow. And yeah, thanks so much for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.